What's up, guys? It's your boy Coach K, man. I'm back with another video. So, check it. Stock market has been volatile. It's been going up and down. Interest rates been rising. We don't know what's going on. I haven't been trading the stock market like I normally do. So yeah, I even still slowed down on doing some videos. Um, but as long as you guys learn charting, there's always money to be made, right? Which bring me to this pair, EURGBP, right? Which is a forex pair. Um, Once you learn charting again, guys, there's money to be made in the market. Somebody somewhere is making some money, all right? All right, so I came across EURGBP, all right, EG and forex terminology, all right? All right, so before I get started with this analysis, this breakdown, please understand that this is not financial advice, that you guys should do your own due diligence. I'm only showing you guys what it is that worked for me. So please do your own research and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm looking at this from a weekly time frame because I had a hard time trying to determine which way the market was actually going, whether it was in an uptrend or a downtrend. And I see since 2016 on a weekly, you know, it's kind of been trading sideways, right? So there's a reason why, you may hear some traders say, "Hey, don't worry about going back 5 or 6 years," because typically sometimes that doesn't really matter. But what piqued my interest in this pair is it made a long rejection wick right here at the level of resistance, right? And check it out. It did it again here at resistance and came down. So this is going to be quite surprising. And the reason why I say that is because this could go either way, in my opinion again. It looked like we came, right? And we kind of broke out of the downtrend, right? And now we are in a retest phase, right? Look like we're retesting here, right? That's what it appears to be. Actually, the retest to be right here at this support level. So guys, we came up out of this, and now we're retesting, right? And normally, what happens after a retest is we continue the momentum to the upside, right? We took a look at the RSI, since that's the only thing that I utilize really. Here and there I will use the 200 moving average, but so on a weekly, the RSI, I mean, it 71, 72, right? Which represents this wick right here. So we're coming down, right? So, but we can also, make a turn here. So now let's go to the daily time frame, right? So on a daily time frame, you can still see that we trending down, and then you see where it kind of broke out, right? It broke market structure, right? So now we're retesting. This is the daily time frame. We're like right here, right? So whenever you guys see like, oh, it finally broke out, a lot of times it's not good to just make a trade based on the fact that it came out and retested. Like you probably still want to look for confirmation counters, such as a engulfing bullish candle or some kind of chart pattern, a candlestick pattern to give you a confirmation that it's okay to move to the upside. All right. So what I wanted to show you is that we're now moving to the upside, right? So check it out here, right? Boom. All right. Let's clone that so that we're not marking just anything. All right. So here's a little trend. Should have probably made it larger. There we go. All right. So here's a little trend right here, which is moving towards the upside. All right. That's better. All right. On a daily time frame. All right. So this spots the trend that we're currently in right now. I know it's kind of just starting. Well, actually, since August, whatever. All right, so let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at it here, see what we come up with. All right. So you can see, like, I don't know what happened on this day, but it really shot up, came back down. All right. So now we are on the 4-hour time frame, and we're still at this support. I don't see any green candles yet. That's in this area, right? That'll give us confirmation to move towards the upside. I just don't spot anything here yet. And see, another thing I'm gonna point out for you guys is, you see when we got here, right? Let me take away something so that you guys. All right, so you see when we got to this point right here, you had an engulfing bearish candle over the bullish candle at the resistance level. All right, so a lot of people say, hey man, after this candle, we should see some down movement, right? All right, now the down movement did happen, but keep in mind that we had started trending up, right? So it's still important to actually trade with the trend as much as possible, because you can get faked out, right? Especially those that have TP targets. All right. So we know what happened. Let's go ahead and blow this back up. All right, engulfing bearish. Let's see what happened next. I mean, typically your stop loss will be somewhere up here, right? I don't know how tight you want it, but it'd be up here, right? So it probably started down here. You probably did a stop loss right up here. Probably at about 55 pips, something like that. All right, so a lot of people will probably say, oh, right, that's a good trade. We're at resistance. We got an engulfing bearish. I'm going to take it short, and I'm going to try to make it down here to the previous support level, right? So a lot of people look at it and say, oh, that's a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio or however. But keep in mind that the trend is still moving up temporary. So the trajectory is is in an upward movement, right? All right. So basically, let's go ahead and hit the play button, see what happened. Oh, you got stopped out, didn't you? You got stopped out, didn't you? So if you would have went short right here, it came down about 30, about 42, 45 pips, right? I mean, because it's moving in an upward trajectory, I wouldn't even touch that. Like, I mean, it made sense to take this, but at the end of the day, the trend is still moving up, and that brings me to my next point that I'm actually trying to make here. All right, remember all of that happened? Man, that was a big move, crazy move. So it brings me to my next point that I'm trying to make. All right. So now we're back at a major key level, but we don't see any confirmation to move forward. When you start going to like the 1 hour time frame and trying to just be Inspector Gadget and find something, that's when you start sometime losing out. See, a lot of people might have took this trade right here at this hammer candle, right? They say, oh man, we formed the candle right here, and they probably went long. But again, you're on an hour time frame, which is not one of the strongest time frames. So I just kind of stick with the 4 hour a lot of times and the daily. Now, when this show up as a engulfing bullish candle, in the next 5 hours and 18 minutes, then you probably got my attention, because we're moving in a upward trajectory. I wouldn't even be really looking to short, right? And then I know some of you guys say, well, what about the weekly time frame that we saw that we were actually going down, right? What about this guy right here, right? Now you going back in 2020. You guys going back a whole year. And not just that, but just keep in mind that we broke out of that. Like we broke out of that, right? We even came up, and now this is actually the retest. So just keep in mind that we broke out of that, all right? So With my analysis, I would say where I think man, I hate when that happens, where I think EG is actually going is I want to say that it's gonna move up, but only if we get bullish movement right up in here, right? And then it'd be great because if you caught a bullish candle like somewhere right here, right? Say it engulfed the previous candle. I gotta make this stuff big. All right. So say like it engulfed the previous candle, which is this guy right here, right? So you get a bullish candle uh that engulfed this. So your stop loss, will probably again be about 55 pips, right? And then your take profit could actually range somewhere. I mean, I'm not greedy, guys. So the previous resistant level, I'm looking to take profit anywhere up there, right? Whatever that it is that worked for you guys. But just keep in mind, man, that this thing still is moving in a upward trend there. All right. So that's my analysis on it. Watch for a confirmation candle if you get one. If you don't get a confirmation candle here, then maybe watch for it to break and maybe watch for a retest and maybe continue to the downside. Right? That's still possible. But just don't trade because you see a retest. I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't trade because I see a retest. I'm sorry, I had to word that the right way. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this analysis on EJ, and please subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff to get future updates.